Our next stop is a day's kloofing with a life-saving hero who many owe their lives to. Known as the fastest man on sand, he has grown his passion for life into a successful TV career and is now best known on Expresso morning show by another handle.
What is up, you beautiful people? Nature Boy here, otherwise known as Ryle de Morny, and we are out in the thick of it. We are out in Hottentots Holland's incredible playground. This is the penultimate adventure when it comes to hiking. And of course, with it being the new year, it's a time for new beginnings, a new opportunity to slay away and maybe reinvent yourself. Now, I've brought my buddies along. I've got Lange and Tolly. This is the T-Man and Darren Peterson. These guys are my buddies since sub A, so I'm hoping to get some fun and action out of the two of them. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's shake and bake.
Yeah, buddy.
It's playtime.
Of Ryle's friends, Tariq is the action man and fellow lifesaver at home on the beach. Darren is the producer and drummer, happiest in studio. Both were out of their natural element in this Hottentots Holland Nature Reserve. 7,000 hectares of mountain gorges, home to 1,300 fynbos species and 110 bird species.
What makes this place so special is we have the T-Butters Kloof Dam, which provides water to Cape Town. We have the Steenbras Dam that provides water to Cape Town. And all those rivers starts on this reserve. The town, Rivierzone End, is named after the Rivierzone End River, which starts on the reserve. So this is a mountain catchment area and quite important.
It was nearly a Ryle and Friends catchment area for this spinnacorp.
Wait, so what you gonna do?
I'm going underneath.
I'm going on, yeah. Come, let's go. No, just wait, no, it's moving. Don't touch me like that. What's wrong? Why are you touching me in my neck, man?
No.
What? Don't touch me. Get away. Wait. You. Ow, the jump skill.
I can see it.
Look, I'm so low. I can make it. But why are you all up in me? Why are you all up in my neck? Touching me, and you all up in my neck, bro. My knees are so sore.
No, are you gonna see it? No, it's got horns and everything. Hey, bro.
How Ryle became the poster boy for this lifestyle had unlikely beginnings in his business degree and early career.
I think Nature Boy started because of this. I was someone chasing success. I was thinking that the degree, the suit, the money was all about what meant happiness. And that's what I chased until I realized that it wasn't filling any of the holes that I thought it would. I worked my butt off and I didn't get the stimulation that I thought I was chasing all that time until I found it right over here. And this is where Nature Boy was essentially born. The more time I spent in this incredible playground, the more alive I started to feel. And I think when I started shifting my focus away from material value and financial gain and started seeing beauty for what it actually was, that's when I realized that this is the office that I want to be in. Whew. Oh, it is absolute magic out here. Gents, how are you feeling?
Yo, loving it.
Still keeping up?
Looking forward to it.
So we just dipped into the magic right now and we crossed the Boegoes Kloof River, stepping straight out of that, and around the corner is our final destination. Already it's got this ominous feel, the clouds are just above us. It's already ticking the bucket list. Fact of the day. So right down there is where they call the area Junction Pool, and it's also the Rivierzone End. So that'll kind of be the end of our kloof mission, but that technically runs all the way through to T-Butters Kloof, and that's our drinking water, so no peeing in the river. Really?
Who's the nervous one, yeah? Who's the nervous
Get
one,
those nerves sorted. This is the privilege of you guys having me on the trail. I stand in front, I lead the way, and I open up the trail. Guardium Leviosa. See how I protect you guys?
Now, does it need to come with screaming as well?
You go in front of me.
I'm okay, but I'm not a leader here. I'm not Nature Boy. Hey.
We sacrifice you. I take the hits for everyone.
All three amigos would have to suck it up for the 8-hour gauntlet to come, one which Marius announced with just enough menace.
Suicide Gorge, that is one of the 2 Kloofing roads that we have. So yeah, what you do is you hike your way up the mountain and then you jump your way down the mountain. Come down with the river, the pools, but once you stand on top of that waterfall, you go down. You really find out how long a second is.
François,
How's it going? Good?
lekker en you?
I complain. Good. Guys, ready?
Yeah, man, can't wait.
Guys, welcome to Suicide Gorge. I hope you brought your wetsuits and your big boy pants. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Go!
So we just dropped into the gorge, and as we arrive, things are taking a little bit of a change. And I mean that literally. We are changing from our hiking gear and getting ready to put wetsuits on. This is making everything feel a lot more real. A little bit of nerves are creeping in, and I think this is where the action really starts to happen.
Usually when we are putting our wetsuits on, it's normally by the beach, and it's always with this guy because we've been lifeguards since I don't know how long, and we were friends since sub 8, eh?
Sub 8.
Yeah. That's it. Myself and Tully have been coaching life-saving for so many years now. We've taken the sport in the country to the highest level, all the way to world champs. He's been my right-hand man as well for some of my accolades, representing the country, representing South Africa at world champs, and clapping so many records between the 2 of us. We've had so many incredible accomplishments, and not only that, but having someone like this, he's hard, he's strong, he's the guy that I have with me that keeps the mind focused, and all throughout these years I think it's the only man that I've really trusted 100% when it comes to saving someone's life, and that's what we do best as lifeguards, eh?
Yeah, we every day on the beach saving lives, just doing the duty, the general duty, and creating lifeguards was one of our biggest aspects as a head coach and a head teacher as well. And we've had some hectic days. We've saved a number of lives, I would say over 50.
I think we can reflect and start celebrating. So what do you say we do that right now? You ready for this one?
Any day, brother, any day. I'll follow you into war, my friend. Let's go. Let's go.
Woo! So we are officially inside the gorge, suited up. Oh, and it's a little bit frosty. Hey, we're gonna come alive today. Hiking in the water and kloofing is very, very different to your normal average hike. Firstly, you're obviously literally walking in the river. So every single step that you take, you've got to be very cautious. You could be walking on a rock, you could be walking on sand, you never really know. And the fact that we have such rich tannins when it comes to the botanicals and the fynbos in the area, it means that the water is also a little bit dark too. So you really have to navigate properly, coupled with the fact that you are also using sometimes your hands and your feet to get over certain sections. You're bouldering, you're hopping, you're climbing, you're scrambling. Every single move requires a lot of stabilization, core control, and using almost every element of your body and your strength that you have. The first task is a natural water slide. It's based on this crazy slope of a waterfall which has a covering full of moss, and you kind of just have to find the line, get into the slide, and it throws you straight into the first pool. And that sets you off for the rest of the mayhem and crazy action to come.
The difference between ending up in Riviersonne End or the ER is a guide.
I would recommend to everybody, it's essential that you have a guide when you do an adventure like this. Every rock pool has a different depth, and that means each one could be dangerous if you don't know where you are actually jumping. And that's the beauty of having Francois around. He allows us to obviously maximize a little fun, staying in the good lane and not having to worry too much about the risks. We're approaching our first big technical jump. This one's known as the Widowmaker. Now you really have to have your wits about you. It's a narrow jump. You really need to hit the mark specifically after you launch, and let me tell you, once you hit the bottom of the water, it's full send after that.
If Ryle is the undisputed king of beach sprints in international competitive lifesaving, these gorges have a way of humbling you.
Generally, the mountain for me wasn't a very common place, and the more time I spent in it, the more confidence I grew within myself. It's crazy how you come out here with all these fears and misconceptions. Am I going to be able to climb the mountain? Am I going to be able to swim? Will I be able to hold on? And it takes something as simple as just jumping off that rock and just doing it for you to actually realize that I'm more equipped than I ever thought before. And the more I did that, the more I started to discover who I was and started realizing that, hey, there's something more here that I want to share with the rest of the world.
As a Learn to Swim instructor and lifesaver, Tarek heads into dangerous waters daily. Creative artist, producer, and drummer Darren
What it do?
needed a little encouragement.
So we've done a lot of sliding, a lot of navigating, abseiling, and some small jumps, and now we are getting to the big stuff. Some of these jumps go up to 22 meters high. On average, it's around 12 to 14 meters, and now it's getting serious. As you step up to take that jump, everything hits you at once. It's so overwhelming because you look so far down and you think to yourself, am I gonna do this? Am I gonna make this jump? Phew, halfway into the gorge already, and it has been an immense magic amount of fun right now. We've been sliding, yeah?
Yeah, dude.
We've been jumping,
Yes.
we've been diving, we've been swimming. How are you feeling?
Bro, but I mean, I honestly feel like I've pushed myself beyond, because this is an extreme phobia of mine. Heights, so, bruh, it's definitely stepping out, dude.
I'm proud of you, bro. You're stepping up, dialing in. Almost time for the big ones that are coming up. I know you're going to be sooking that.
Yes,
You did
it's
these
been
ones?
amazing. Honestly, just sending it on top of the rocks. Us, this is what we look
We
for.
did send.
Yeah, we just full send, my friend. You gotta send it.
Knowing guides have tested the depth, Ryle was happy to take the leap.
Wow! Yeah! Well, for me, Ryle de Morny, your nature boy, I can truly say that this is an adventure that has set me up for the year. I have endorphins rushing through me. My mana source of energy has been fulfilled by all this magic around me, and I'm ready to slay away.
Maybe the message was that our favorite homegrown heroes are those who strike out boldly in new directions, then return to show the rest of us the way. Get more of the Insider SA online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider SA. Watch the show Monday evenings at 5:30. Repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.